Number 23 on page 98 is more challenging than we're going to expect you to do without a calculator on your quiz or test. However, if you did need to graph this without a calculator and you weren't sure what to do, you could always make a table of values and then graph using that. So, one critical point on most of our graphs is x equals 0. If I substitute 0 into this equation, I'm going to end up dividing by 0, which means my function is going to be undefined and likely indicates a vertical asymptote here. What about 1? Substituting 1 is going to give me a positive 1. Substituting 2 is going to give me a positive 1. Substituting a 3 is going to give me a positive 1. What about the negatives? If I substitute in a negative 1, I'm going to get a negative 1. If I substitute in a negative 2, I'm going to get a negative 1. If I substitute in a negative 3, I'm going to get a negative 1. So the reason this is happening is because whatever I substitute, I'm dividing it by itself, just perhaps an opposite sign. So when I graph this, while nothing is happening at 0, no matter what I substitute in, if it's positive, I'm going to get a positive 1. And no matter what I substitute in, if I get a substitute in negative, I'm going to get a negative 1. So this function, we've discovered, looks like this. Now, the question asked us to tell whether or not it has a point of discontinuity at x equals 0, and as we can see from the very beginning, first number we plugged in, yes, it does. Then it says if there is a discontinuity, tell whether it's removable or non-removable. Now that we see the graph, we know that it's non-removable because it would take more than 1 point to fill in that jump discontinuity that we see here. So that's how you can do problem 23 without a graphing calculator.